Hi everyone, I am Sanjay Gulsar Koral, a geography teacher, and today I am here with you an important lesson, identity of Sri Lanka. Before starting the lesson, I would like to introduce myself, and here are some information about me and the qualifications that I have. At the end, you can see my contact number and my email address. In case of any doubt, you can contact me on the given number and the email address. We as Sri Lankans have a great history, and the location of our country, it is a specific and it is very important. When the location and identity of our country is compared with other countries in the world, most of the tourists used to call this island as an enchanting island in the world. So students of grade 7, so let's start our lesson, identity of Sri Lanka. I have a question for you students. Can you identify your mother or father when he or she is in a crowded place? What is your answer? I know that you will answer yes. Of course, you can identify them, though they are in a crowded place. Why? How? And how can you identify them easily? Because they have some unique features, special features that you can recognize them from the others very easily. For an example, their structure of the body. You can easily identify your father. You can easily identify your mother, how he dresses, how she dresses. So you can easily identify. And the face, hair, everything. So what I mean is, what I want to tell you, so everybody in this world is unique. මේ ලෝකේ ඉන්න හැමෝම සුවිශේෂී. මේ හැම කෙනාම තව කෙනෙක්ගෙන් වෙනස්ව අඳුන ගන්න පුළුවන්. Either by the physical qualities or those qualities that you can see in the people. Right. This is the answer for the question that I raised at the beginning. From her shape of the body, face, hair, mouth, lips, voice and behavior. So all these features give them a unique establishment in the society. Right. Think how your mother or father recognizes you when you are with your friends at the school. As we discussed during the last slide, they can recognize you from your appearance and from your qualities, how you turn, how you talk, right? How you go here and there, how you walk. So they are the unique features that you have for them to identify you very easily. Right. In the same manner, a country too has an identity. When we consider Sri Lanka, the country where you live with your parents, your friends and your relatives. So we can identify Sri Lanka in two ways. First one is the geographical identity. What do you mean by geographical identity? So in my lesson, I'm going to teach you how we are going to identify Sri Lanka in the geographical aspect, and the other one is social identity. Right. When you meet somebody outside from Sri Lanka, they will talk about our identity. Ask one of your foreign friends about how they see Sri Lanka. They will definitely talk about the nice beaches you have around our country, and they will talk about the climate, and they will talk about the mountains, rivers, and they will talk about many things, many geographical features about the country, and they are unique to us, they are special to us. They will talk about various areas in the country like Kandy, Nuwara, Gampala, Jaffna, Mannar, Trincomalee. So they will talk about those places and the social identity. We have a unique social identity where various festivals are celebrated, various rituals, various customs. So in our lesson I am going to teach you about the geographical identity and the social identity of Sri Lanka. The first phase of this lesson I am going to talk about the geographical identity of our country. Relative location of Sri Lanka. Right. Before learning about relative location, we need to know what is mean by relative. Right. Just think of this. Right. You are in an area where there are many houses and buildings. One of your friend from a rural place wants to come to your house. Then you are going to tell him the way to your house. Right? So, how would you tell your friend where your house is? Of course, you will use some landmarks or special buildings. For an example, when you come to the junction, there is a post office, and my house is opposite the post office. Or there is a 3-story building in front of my house. Right, that is called the relative location. Right, you tell the location of some place or something in relation to the other things around the place. Right? Here we are going to talk about the relative location of Sri Lanka. Right? Location of Sri Lanka in relation to the location of other countries, continents, seas and oceans. Right? It is called the relative location of Sri Lanka. Right? Just remember these three things. Right? Location of the Sri Lanka in relation to other countries, continents, seas and oceans. Very simple. Right. Right. Here we are going to talk about the relative location in few aspects. Right. First one is the location of Sri Lanka from the view of other continents and oceans. This is important පුතේ. දැන් අපිට පුළුවන් අපේ රටේ පිහිටි ස්ථානය අනෙකුත් රටවල් මහද්වීප සහ සාගරවලට සාපේක්ෂව කියන්න. ඒක බලන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රම කීපයක් තියෙනවා. එකක් තමයි ලංකාවේ ඉඳගෙන කොහොමද අපි කියන්නේ ලංකාවට උතුරින්, ලංකාවට දකුණින්, ලංකාවට නැගෙනහිරින් සහ ලංකාවට බටහිරින්. අනිත් එක තමයි අපි අනිත් රටවල් වල මොන පැත්තෙන්ද ලංකාව තියෙන්නේ කියන එක කියනවා. right? Right. මේතෙන්දී අපි කියන්නේ location of Sri Lanka from the view of other continents. මේ කියන්නේ අනිත් continents සහ oceans සහ රටවල් වල ඉඳගෙන ලංකාව දිහා බලනකොට ලංකාව තියෙන්නේ මොන පැත්තෙන්ද කියන එක. Don't misunderstand this concept, right? This is something very important. Right? Accordingly, Sri Lanka is located to the south of the Asian continent. right? You can see Asia and south of Asia also. So Sri Lanka is located to the south of the Asian continent. ආසියානු මහද්වීපයේ දකුණින් තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ආසියානු මහද්වීපයේ දකුණින්. Right here on the map you can see Asian continent and South Asia. This is Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka is below the South Asian continent. Is it clear for you all? අපි බලන්නේ දකුණු ආසියාවේ ඉඳන්, ඒ කියන්නේ ආසියාවේ දකුණේ පැත්තෙන් තමයි ලංකාව තියෙන්නේ. Right here. Right. In next towards the north of the Indian Ocean. ඉන්දියානු සාගරයේ උතුරු දෙසට වෙන්න තමයි ලංකාව තියෙන්නේ. You can see it here. This is the Indian Ocean. You can see it is around Sri Lanka, and this area, it is the northern part of the Indian Ocean. ඉන්දියානු සාගරයේ උතුරු කොටස තමයි ලංකාව පිහිටා තියෙන්නේ. Right here, the north of the Indian Ocean. Right. To the west of Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia වල බටහිර පැත්තට වෙන්න තමයි තියෙන්නේ. Here you can see Sri Lanka is here. These are the countries that you can see in the South West Asia, right? Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, those countries can be seen, right? Now what is the location? To the west of Southeast Asia. To the west of Southeast Asia. Right. West. This is the east, and this is the west of Southeast Asia. Right. Okay. Next, east of African continent. You can see Africa and the east. Right. We can see here. In the next slide, you will see where Africa is located, and from the eastern side of Africa, when you go to Africa and you go to the eastern edge of Africa, then you can see Sri Lanka. Here you can see Africa. This is the eastern side of Africa. This is west, north, south, and this is the east of Africa. Right. From east you can see Sri Lanka. Right here, Africa you can see. Right. Now we are going to talk about the location of Sri Lanka, or the relative location of Sri Lanka from the view of Sri Lanka. ලංකාව ඉඳගෙන ලංකාව වටේ තියෙන්නේ මොනවද කියලා කියන එක තමයි අපි මේකෙන් කරන්නේ. ලංකාව ඉඳගෙන අපි බලනවා මොකද්ද ලංකාවේ තියෙන්නේ මොනවද කියන එක. Right. Right. ලංකාව in Sri Lanka, right? Sri Lanka is separated from India with Pork Strait by the narrow strait called Pork Strait. Here, that is the Pork Strait, where Sri Lanka and India are separated from each other. Right? So in this map, it is available in your textbook as well. In this map you can see some countries and some geographical features around Sri Lanka. Here you can see equator, and Sri Lanka is very near to the equator, right? So that Sri Lanka is called a tropical country because we have a tropical climate here, right? And here is the Pork Strait, and it is between Sri Lanka and India, right? And you can see Maldives Island here, Nicobar Islands here, and Andaman Islands. So they can be seen very closer to Sri Lanka. Then you can talk about relative location of Sri Lanka by using these landmarks and geographical features also. Right. Right. What are the other islands located in the Indian Ocean other than Sri Lanka? What are the other islands located in the Indian Ocean other than Sri Lanka? So as you know, other than Sri Lanka, there are some islands located in the Indian Ocean. Let's see what they are. Maldives Islands, Andaman Islands, Nicobar Islands. Okay. See whether these islands can be found in this map. Here are some maps. Andaman, Nicobar, Maldives, right? Java, Sumatra, Lakshadweep Islands. So they can be found in the Indian Ocean. Here Maldives, Andaman, Nicobar, Lakshadweep Islands. Right. Now we are going to talk about location of Sri Lanka according to main latitudes and longitudes. Then according to the climatic zones. Right. Here I want to remind you our previous lesson about longitudes and latitudes. Here on the screen you can see the main latitudes. As you know, the main latitude 0 degrees line, it is called the equator. It divides the globe into two parts. Here the northern part is called as the northern hemisphere and the southern part is called as the southern hemisphere, right? And the other main latitudes are Tropic of Cancer, which can be seen from 23 and 26 degrees northern latitude. This is Arctic Circle and it is 66.34 northern latitude. Right, here parallelly we can see Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. Here North Pole and South Pole can be seen. As I told you, below the equator is southern hemisphere and above the equator it is northern hemisphere. Right. Here how equator divides the globe into two parts, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. And right, so now let's see where Sri Lanka is located. Right, Sri Lanka is in the northern hemisphere. It is obvious, this is the equator, and when equator divides the globe into two sections, the upper part is northern hemisphere and the lower part is southern hemisphere. Here you can see Sri Lanka here, and it is located in the northern hemisphere because it is in the north of the equator. This is the equator, this is north, you can see it. Sri Lanka is in the eastern hemisphere, right? This is the Greenwich Meridian line and it divides the globe into two sections as western hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere. So you can see Sri Lanka is located in the eastern hemisphere, right? And it is in the east part of the prime meridian, right? From the east of the prime meridian line. That is Sri Lanka. Right, here don't get this confused, because equator divides the globe into two parts. Upper part is northern hemisphere and the lower part is southern hemisphere. And the prime meridian, it divides the globe into two. Western hemisphere, the western side is called the western hemisphere and the eastern side is called the eastern hemisphere. Right, all these four hemispheres you can see here. From the below the equator it is southern hemisphere, and here northern hemisphere. Here from the Greenwich meridian line, right, this is western hemisphere and this part is the eastern hemisphere. Accordingly, I repeat, Sri Lanka is located in the northern hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere as well. Right, this is the area. Okay, in this map you can see equator here and this is the Greenwich meridian line. See, we can see main latitudes. Tropic of Cancer, it is in the northern hemisphere. Tropic of Capricorn, it is in the southern hemisphere, right? Or you can see polar region as well, right? Okay, now you can see tropical zone here. Tropical zone, what do you mean by tropical zone, temperate zone? Right, these are climatic zones. Here, as it is near to the equator, so you will find tropical zone here, and as it is little far from the equator, you will find the temperate zone here. Right, let's see here the equator, and this zone is the tropical zone, and Sri Lanka is in the tropical zone. Repeat it, the Sri Lanka is in the tropical zone. This is the temperate zone, right? So temperate zone you can see, right, these are longitudes. What are they? They are longitudes, right? They are longitudes, and they are called eastern longitudes as it is in the eastern side of the prime meridian. Right, here what you see is the tropical zone, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. Right, now we will try to answer these questions by filling in the blanks. The location of the continent of blank is to the north of Sri Lanka, the ocean is to the south, the country is of blank to the east, and the continent of blank lies to the west. You can easily answer this question, right? You can easily answer, as you are well aware about the relative location of the country. Right. Now my second task, on a blank map of Sri Lanka, mark and name 3 islands located to the northwestern part of Sri Lanka. Northwestern part of Sri Lanka. Write 3 benefits of Sri Lanka gained due to its location in the Indian Ocean. Right, I will leave these 2 questions for you to answer, and I will discuss about the third question. Right, this relates to your history lessons as well. Right, As you know, Sri Lanka was invaded by Europeans. Why? Why did they invade Sri Lanka? Because Sri Lanka was such an enchanting island where those Europeans could find many trade goods. Many trade goods. Apart from that, Sri Lanka is considered as a choke point. What is a choke point? Choke point is a very important place for trade and for the war. As you know, during the times of the Europeans invade Sri Lanka, there were wars in Europe for the sake of gaining power, so that they wanted to have the power in the eastern part of the world. To gain that power, they must have good military camps, or in other words, establishment. So Sri Lanka was considered as one of the best place to deploy their armies and navies, right? So here I have given you some idea about the importance of Sri Lanka, the importance of the location of Sri Lanka, not right. Okay, first one, easy to control the power in the Indian Ocean. As I discussed with you, being in Sri Lanka, the most of the European nations, they could control the power, military power and the trade power in the Indian Ocean, right? The location of Sri Lanka is important because so we can take many benefits, many trade benefits, as major sea routes go through, right? If you go to YouTube and search videos regarding the sea routes, you will see the most of the sea routes go along Sri Lanka, right? And they go very close by our country. So we can take many trade benefits, such as you can give fuel to the ships and you can easily trade certain things like spices, gems. You can trade all those things, and we can use our harbors in Colombo, Trincomalee, Magampura. You can use those harbors for the betterment of the country, to develop our country in trade, right? And in harbors also, we can use our harbors to earn money. Why? We can fuel those ships, and we can give other services, water and other medical services for the people on board ships, and we can earn money. Other one is we can develop tourism and earn foreign currency. Why? Sri Lanka is such a beautiful island, and the location of the country gives a real experience for tourists to enjoy their stay here in our country. So we can develop tourism very much in our country, right? And the other one is we have a good sea area where the fishing harvest is very high. Do you know, these Indian fishermen, they always come to our sea area and they fish in our area. Why? Because around our country the sea is full of food for fish. So we can see fishing harvest, fish everywhere, and the fishermen from India, they come to our area and they fish. So fishing industry is one of the good industries that we can develop to earn money, right? Another thing is we have a classic climate in our country, and we can use that climate for the purpose of developing agriculture. We have a good rainfall in our country, And in our country you will find different climatic zones and different geographical features. So the location of our country is such an important thing. Right now I have talked about only 6 things. Just think more about those benefits that we can gain as we are located in a specific place in the world. Okay, we'll move forward. Now we are going to talk about one of the special thing. It is the specific location. Specific location. Right, specific. What is specific location? A location of a country according to the longitudes and latitude is called the specific location. The location of a country according to the longitudes and latitude is called the specific location. මේකදී අපි භාවිතා කරන්නේ මොනවද? අක්ෂාංශ සහ දේශාංශ වලට අනුව පිහිටීම තමයි කියන්නේ. අපි සිංහලෙන් කියන මේකට නිරපේක්ෂ පිහිටීම කියලා. මොකද්ද? නිරපේක්ෂ පිහිටීම. එහෙම නැත්නම් specific location. What is specific location? Location of a country according to the latitudes and longitudes. Right, here you can see Sri Lanka and the southern part of the India in the picture. Right, now you can see east longitude. You know Sri Lanka is located in the eastern part or eastern hemisphere, so that in the eastern hemisphere you can see east longitudes. Right, east longitude here 79, 80, 81, 82. Right, they are longitudes. And let's see what latitudes. Right, here right, they are latitudes. Right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 and 5. Right, as a whole you can see Sri Lanka is located between, right, north latitude. Why we use north latitude? Because it is above the equator, or it is in the northern hemisphere, so that in the northern hemisphere you can see north latitudes. Right, Sri Lanka is located here in this area, so we can use these east longitudes and north latitudes to tell the specific location. Right, here between 5 and 10 and longitude 79 and 82. But it is not specific because you can see some area here. Here we can divide this 79 to 80, between 79 to 80 to another 10 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, in the next slide you will understand and you will learn what the exact specific location is. Right, now in this slide just get an idea. Now Sri Lanka is located in the east longitudes and north latitudes. Right, here this is a latitude 5 and 5, 5. And here it is 9.51 degrees. Here longitude 79 0.41 degrees and 81.53. Now accordingly, Sri Lanka is located between 5.55 to 9.51 north latitudes and 79.41 to 81.43 degrees east latitudes. What is the specific location of Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka is located between 5.55 degrees to 9.51 degrees north latitudes and 79.41 degrees to 81.53 degrees east longitudes. Right. Let's talk about the length and width of Sri Lanka. Length and width. Right. Children, have you been to Point Pedro? Have you been to the Point Pedro? Is such a nice place to go, right? When you go to Jaffna, don't forget to go there. And have you been to Point Dondra? Deundaratudu? There is a nice lighthouse. You must go, you must visit it and see how beautiful the area is. And Point Sangaman Kanda, it is also located in the coastal area and it is also such a beautiful place. I know all of you have visited Colombo, right? So I should not tell you how Colombo looks like. So I should not tell you, but you must know in the map. You must know where Colombo is located in the map. Okay, let's talk about those places, and especially we are going to talk about the length and width of Sri Lanka. ලංකාවේ දිග සහ පළල ගැන අපි කතා කරන්න යන්නේ. Right, here you can see Point Pedro. This is Point Pedro. Right, and from Point Pedro to Point Dondra, what is the length? How long is it from Point Pedro to Point Dondra? Pedrotudu indala Deundaratuduta kochchara duraida? Right, here it is 442 kilometers. 442 kilometers. And how long it is from Colombo to Point Sangaman Kanda? How long is it from Colombo to Point Sangaman Kanda? That is the width of our country. What are the points? Colombo to Point Sangaman Kanda. And how far? It is 225 kilometers. Now in this slide you can understand the points Pedro and Point Dondra, right? From Point Pedro to Point Dondra, it is 442 kilometers, and it is the length of our country. And the width, it is 225 kilometers, and it is from Colombo to Point Sangaman Kanda. Now when I ask a question, what is the length of Sri Lanka? The length of Sri Lanka is 442 kilometers, and it is from Point Pedro to Point Dondra. What is the width of Sri Lanka? The width of Sri Lanka is 225 kilometers, and it is from Colombo to Point Sangaman Kanda. What is the total area of Sri Lanka? Have you any idea about the area? Sri Lanka has an area of 65,610 square kilometers. The question is, what is the total area of Sri Lanka? It is 65,610 square kilometers. Right, that is the area covered under this 65,610 square kilometers. වර්ග කිලෝමීටර 65,610යි. Now we talked about earlier slide, we talked about the land area of Sri Lanka. Now let's talk about the sea area of Sri Lanka. What do you think, and how much area we have in the sea? How much area we have in the sea? As you must know that we have an identical boundary and a territorial sea limit. අපිට හිතන විදියට මේ මොහොතේ මේ ටික අපේ කියලා අපේ රටට කියන්න හැකියාවක් නැහැ. Right? In 1994, actually it was on 16th November 1994, right, there was a convention called International Convention of Sea. According to that convention, every coastal state was given the ownership of a limit of 12 nautical miles from the coast, right, 12 nautical miles. In other words, it is 22 kilometers. Right, we'll see how we calculate this 12 nautical miles. Right, before moving to that, we must know some important terms: sea boundary, contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone, and pollution prevention zone. Sea boundary, contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone, pollution prevention zone. Right, you will learn about these zones later in your lessons, right? But here we are going to talk about the sea boundary, especially the sea boundary. I will give you a brief explanation on the other zones as well. Right, here, International Convention of the Sea, which was on 16th November 1994, right? So it granted ownership of 12 nautical miles from the coast to the coastal nations, the coastal nation, and it is called the territorial sea limit. It is called the territorial sea limit of coastal states. Right? This International Convention of Sea granted Sri Lanka a territorial sea limit of 12 nautical miles. How many miles? It is 20 nautical miles. Right, here in this slide you can see those areas. Here, that is what highlighted was the territorial sea limit of our country. It means 12 nautical miles, and the contiguous zone. Here, the contiguous zone, you can see it again. Right, here, this line, that is territorial sea limit, and it is 12 nautical miles from the coastal area. 12, and from here to here it is called contiguous zone. This is territorial sea limit, and it is 12 nautical miles equal to 22 kilometers. nautical mile 12ක් කියන්නේ කිලෝමීටර් 22ක්. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි වෙරළ ඉඳලා මෙන්න මේ කිලෝමීටර් 22ක් ප්‍රමාණයක් මුහුදේ ගියාට පස්සේ ඒ වෙනකන් මුහුදු ප්‍රමාණයක් අපිට අයිති, අපේ රටට අයිති, මේ වටේටම අයිති. ඊට පස්සේ the contiguous zone, it is 24 nautical miles. එතන ඉඳලා මෙතන 24ක් තියෙනවා. or 44 kilometers. And this is the exclusive economic zone. You can see here the territorial sea limit and the contiguous zone, and this in the dark green you can see this is the exclusive economic zone. What is that zone? This is the exclusive economic zone. You can see it here as well. And also it is the pollution prevention zone. Can you remember about that ship which leaked oil and there was a fire, and right? Yes, they had to pay us because they polluted our exclusive zone or our territorial sea. They damaged it, so that they had to pay us. A court order was given for that company, particular company which owned the ship, and they paid us that amount as they polluted our territorial area. Right. With that, our lesson is over, and I hope you students could learn something, and I hope to meet you in the future lessons as well. If you have any questions, any queries, any inquiries, you can call me or you can send me an email. Thank you.